it's kind of loud. I don't know if everybody can hear me. We're basically standing at center court. Right about here is center court. What you're seeing here is the lower bowl raker steel. So we just recently set this steel, and we're getting ready to set the precast stadia here in the next 2 weeks. We'll start that operation. We always leave the lower bowl out just for logistical reasons, for construction access. So we built, you know, the entire arena, leaving the lower bowl out, and now we're working on that infill. So it's always kind of one of the last structural components that we finish.
So players will enter through, clippers will enter through this area here on this side. This is whenever you hear Steve talk about the wall, this is the wall here. Obviously it'll come. You can imagine how far it'll come. Amy, be careful. What else around here? Anything exciting?
Well, obviously this is your first glimpse of the Halo board. So the structural steel that you see here rigging the inside of the arena, that's the Halo video screen support steel. So I assume everybody's kind of familiar with what we're doing here, but so it's not the traditional like arena center hung scoreboard. We've got the two-sided interior exterior board. It's very similar to like the SoFi Stadium video screen. So first of its kind in an NBA arena.
All right, let's keep rolling.
Keep moving.
Visitors enter this way. We walked earlier.
Yeah, it's like over that way. We'll go back out the same way we came, and then we'll walk around to the practice court. Okay.
And media's now very important question. Media section is that. And then underneath, like where the beams are, we're actually gonna have a hospitality suite just for media. So restrooms, food, drink. So you don't have to go all the way back to the press room if you need a restroom or food, drink, or whatever.
And more than 2 stalls.
Actually, Denver was pretty bad. Miami was pretty bad. Miami was awful. This is the wall here, so we enter just now through here.
Is there another? So they gotta go all the way around to get the Yeah, you'll have constant support. Is this going to be like a dinner hall? No, this is behind the scenes. I mean, some fans will be good, some things are close. Sorry, I should say like for media employees like this. Yeah. Yeah, just now we're
So yeah, make sure.
Home locker. Home locker right here. This is the shell of our home locker room right here. So you've been entering kind of the practice facility players side right now.
yeah, it's giving an amazing locker.
Steve's very concerned with how much that's going to cost to heat.
The heat?
Yeah. No, why he keeps asking. He's asking what kind of solar cover we have for it to save
A little bit.
easy.
Put some PTFE over it.
Random shit he asks about.
This is the Clippers practice court and really the whole practice facility. There's two courts here, and then coaches' offices. Clippers locker room is over here where we just walked past. Basically, their whole kind of team operation down on this level, and then more basketball operations up on level 2, team administrative up above on level 4. But they're moving their entire operation here into the building.
So this would be court 1 running this way, court 2, and then strength and conditioning on the far side, and that office right there is Steve with the light on. Out here you'll see the start of the sunken garden. We'll have a lap pool that will be outdoor dining for players, but it'll be an indoor-outdoor. We've got a decent graphic of it over here, so you can see.
And that's basically to allow natural light.
Draft now, we just had it here. It's cool. Not the floor. Take advantage of the Southern California weather.
And then from a media perspective, we'll have equal access. The media and workroom will be equidistant from the court to the practice facility. So you only have to go one place for everything.
Chris, you want to talk about the tunnel on the team?
Through the fans. So we'll have bungalows. We have 4 bungalows or cabanas. Backstage bungalows. 3 of the 4 are sold, where the players will actually enter the floor, and fans will be able to access players that way, but they'll be on either side. The interesting thing, if anybody's been to the Experience Center, the bungalows, Steve wanted a product, the first of its kind, that was a suite but had courtside seats. So every bungalow comes with 4 courtside seats and access to players going in and out of the court, which is pretty cool. Should we go up and see the Halo front and center?
Yeah, do you want to go up to 7?
Yeah, let's go up to 7.
Okay, we need to go back to the south, boys.
Anybody have any questions?
Any questions, shout them out.
Forbad!
That is I.
What's up?
usually what waste?
The operators and the stuff was. Okay.
Where's the This is a nutrition station.
Yeah, so the player dining is this general area. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
I think, how many do we have? 20 or so? Do you think we could all
Less
fit?
than that.
Less than that?
I've been in it so many times.
You have? Okay, so as long as you're surviving.
Come in, Locke. Come in. See if we can fit as many people as possible. How you doing, man? Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, we'll make two.
Yeah, I mean, like how I got here today, I mean, where I live at, I got a bus to go straight to Crenshaw, and you see it's not that far. I walked from Crenshaw Century to get here. No, not maybe. Yeah, it's not that far from Crenshaw. That pink line, I would stretch up a little bit. I say it's like, if you wanted to take public transportation, you still have to. They consolidated the line.
Okay. Excuse me. Behind you. You're welcome.
I wonder how that went. Something I look into. How are people getting there? I played on the phone since 1995. I'm a public transportation.
You guys come down.
You know, the thing that people don't do about it, There's stuff to do downtown. There's stuff to do down here. There's stuff to do.
It's like, what neighborhood do you want to go to? You know?
Be careful with the phone.
Just pay attention, yeah.
You'll get a
Fred's got a better shot than my bootleg.
Walk around to the other side. There's a bunch of scaffold here that's in your wet. So this is the upper concrete terrace level.
It is a little confusing. People think this is just going to be wide open.
Right, sure. There's a rendering board over there too.
Yeah, why don't over there?
I just don't know if there's room. I don't know if there's like open concourse space where we can all huddle over there. So. Okay, so terrace level. And if you look to the north, the exterior steel construction, the earthwork that you see over there just north of us. So there's a west parking garage facility across Century Boulevard here. Patrons will park there. There's a bridge that takes you over the street and will exit you into the entry plaza off of a series of stairs which you can see starting to take shape over in that building. And then out there in the plaza, there's a team store, right? Team store retail. There's restaurant and bars. There's an East Plaza building, which has an exterior court, an exterior band shell with large video screen. So there's a nice community space, and there's a space there where you can, assume you can watch the game from outside. But then the main entry into the arena is through that plaza and into this space that's below us. You'll come into that space down on main concourse level, and then depending on where you're ticketed, you'll circulate either into the arena through main concourse or up these 3 large escalators here to terrace level. Now what's kind of unique here is kind of the Southern California feel here, where when you're in this main entry lobby and when you're up on this western edge of this upper terrace level, we're covered, but we're still exposed to the element. Well, I don't want to say exposed to the elements, that's not the right word. We're in covered space, but it's an open air space, right? So the diagrid structure, which is the red steel structure that you may have seen when we came off the hoist, we'll get a better look at it. It'll extend over our heads here. It attaches to the steel up at the top of this scaffolding. You can kind of see where the steel is set to receive that, and that structure extends out over the plaza and over the office building here and returns down to the sunken garden. When we were in the practice court, if you saw the practice court rendering, the sunken garden rendering, you kind of saw some of the red steel with the PTFE cladding on it. So that steel is going to extend all the way down across this entry plaza over the office building and wrap down kind of the street level on the other side. So we're in a covered space, but we're not in a conditioned space.
And these
right
are
now.
the business offices here. About 75 to 80% of the people will come in this entrance every night. And when Steve did all of his research, and when you go to all the English Premier League stadiums, everyone wants you walking towards the pitch or towards the court. So that's why everyone's going to enter high and walk towards their seat. All the energy going towards the court.
Is that your,
Yes.
is that your corner office over there?
Mine is right, second one in, yes.
So if you look at it from above, and there's actually on the roof
It happens at all the time. Yesterday was like this. I was around though, I was hammering that shit right. I was like, okay, here. Oh, I'm an engineer. That was very that's the first over. I don't know how that
there is an exterior escalator there.
But that's just the next step right here.
Oh, okay.
walking through what's called a vomitory opening, walking through and going up to your seats, which is typical for most arenas. Top fed upper bowl, it's not unique to this building. There's other buildings in the NBA that have that, but it is a feature that allows for more continuous seating. The bowl is less interrupted by vomitory openings and less aisle steps, so it's more continuous seating, and it's kind of closer to the action. And specifically, the wall of sound area, as you can see there, there's very few openings in the wall of sound. The majority of the seating is top fed, so very continuous seating in that area. So you can see the rake of the bowl is different there. There's no suites on that end. So the suites are level 4. They go 2/3 of the way around. There's none there. So the wall sound isn't interrupted by suites. Also, this is the side of the seating that's closest to the visitors bench. So the idea is trying to get the biggest mass of people as close to the visitors bench as possible, making noise. Okay, so you want to go back down?
Yeah.
You go down to 3?
Court B? Yeah.
Oh, that one is running. Look at that. Let's
Grab that one.
grab that one. I didn't do it. Sorry, no. I think we need to make two trips. We're going to 3. Thank you. Sorry.
Hey, Rick, can you come up to 7, please? How about
Me? Why, thank you.
Chris, so are you going to, you're going to go, wait? Okay. You want to go to promo?
Yeah.
He's coming now.
Oh, the other car's coming? Okay.
Thank you.
Get back.
We're going to 3?
Yes, 3.
Wow, you know your way around the construction site. Look at that.
He's tough.
Wow.
Thank you. Took the words right out of my mouth. I've been around each other so long. I was thinking my next one.
We'll start walking.
They're coming right now if you want to wait.
Yeah? Here, let's go this way. This is the concourse level. So this is equal with the ground. Below us is the club level, and then the event level. Above us is the suite level, mezzanine, and then yep. So this is a F&B area.
I need to use that.
Steve's favorite part of
Manage when supplies get to where they're supposed to be, not themselves. So it doesn't get in the way of other things. No, as long as there's stone in there too.
Amy, are we too far?
Nope, that's fine.
Oh, here it is. So this is definitely Steve's pride and joy. This is Court B.
Think of it as like an event space.
This will be open to the public. There'll be an outside access point and an interior access point. This could be used for high school games. It could be used for group sales. It could be used for the local YMCA if they want to use it.
Corporate outings.
Everything, yeah. It'll be the exact replica court that will be in the middle.
Weddings.
Sure, why not?
You getting married there? What's that? I said the lighting for pictures would be great. Yeah, beautiful, huh?
The one game court, two practice courts in the training center, this one, and then the outdoor plaza court. Two for fans.
One for the game and two. Right.
Yep, two for the team.
Wow, Amy.
The Craig Show.
So, yeah, I just want to explain court B for the second group.
Yeah, so this is court B, or the promo court. So this, we actually have, we've got 5 courts on the, 4 in the arena and 1 outside in the plaza that I was talking about before. So this is the kind of the 4th court in the building. This court could be used for, promotional type events, but also for, youth basketball or private events or things like that. So it's just it's a really cool space to have. I think, I've heard talks of like when entertainers are here, some of the different entertainers want to go shoot some hoops before their show, whatever. This is another opportunity to let them use a court like this, a space like this. So this is pretty unique also for an arena. Big volume of space. There aren't too many that have an additional court like this in the building.
Locker rooms, you mentioned? It has its own.
It does have its own locker rooms up. It actually has its own entry, right? So you can, if they're using this court, when the team's out of town or for a private function, it's got its own entry into the arena. You don't have to come through the main entry lobby and come all the way through the concourse to get here. So it's got its own entry. It's got its own locker room. For a couple teams that might be using it, and sort of its own standalone little facility.
So this is basically the last stop on the tour. If anybody has any extra questions for Craig before we let him go, or especially cameras, if you guys wanted something up close and personal, we can do a question or two. Would be great.
Oh man.
Okay, frame us up, Ed. What do you want in the background?
I'm gonna, well, shoot this way because it might be toward the window.
The media game happens?
I need to get a microphone out of here.
Probably a couple press conferences in here too.
Any other questions while he's
Should
getting
we
set?
go to like a project executive?
This is nice and quiet and
Okay.
even lighting.
And it's bright.
So
The
make them
best-
look good.
Not the best backdrop, maybe,
Yeah.
but.
Do you want? Can you shoot with a diagrid in the background, or with?
Well, I can't shoot toward the window.
Can you shoot with that in the background? If we move
Yeah,
it?
let's get next to the picture. So let me get this one first.
You're even putting a like
Get that in box.
I'm not gonna take you out. Don't worry.
oh no, please take guys and Dorna guys and have to handle it.
Is this over there?
It's not structural. It's called the diagrid. He might have explained a little bit more. So
That's how it is at a high school game where it's
goes over the top. Hopefully you'll be able to see if we head out now. There's these rhombus,
So 5
breathable,
multiple games going on.
I tweeted the first response I got was we'll have more reports for available players. Son of a bitch. How are you that quick?
And we're coming over here. Excuse me, fellas. Oh yeah, this is good. You can stand right there if you won't mind. You want Lindsay to hold your mic? Is that possible?
Yeah,
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, that's Hollywood now.
I hold it
Do I
for
need
you.
to hold that?
No, I got you.
Okay.
Stand by. Hey Amy, is there any talking points you want to talk
Yeah.
about?
Sure.
Maybe you could stand on this side.
So,
You
yeah.
can stand on this side
Sure.
first. There you go.
Okay, I'll get him. You want him looking at me? At you?
Yeah, right at you. And you can lower that down, please.
Okay.
And name,
Oh,
rank,
you don't
and
want
serial
KTLA right here?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, we're gonna start. Craig, can you please say your name, title, and then spell your name?
Okay, Craig Boyda, project executive with AECOM Hunt Turner NBA joint venture. Spell my
Spell,
name.
please. Yeah.
Craig, B as in boy, OJDA, just like on the hard hat.
Oh, look
Okay,
at that.
I just noticed that. Too. Lower it just there you go. Perfect.
Okay.
Okay.
Craig, can you just give us like 3 sentences on what the development we've made so far and where we're going in building Intuit Dome?
Sure. So obviously, really exciting project. Couldn't be more proud to be a part of it. Working for Steve and the whole Clippers organization. We started construction over 2 years ago now, and I mean you could all see the progress that we've made. We've got 12 months left to go. Where we currently are in construction is the structure is substantially complete. You saw on our walk the lower bowl structure, kind of the last bit that we're putting in right now. We're very focused right now on building enclosure, on the diagrid and the facade system that you see getting installed outside, and then working on all of the interior finishes and all of the technology, electrical components. That's really our primary focus over the next 12 months.
Can you tell us a little bit about the Halo board and why it's special?
The Halo board, first of its kind in an NBA arena, so we don't have a typical center hung. We've got the Halo board, 38,000 square feet of video screen, 3.9 millimeter, 280 million pixels. So just a really impressive board. What a cool, unique structure. It's going to be fantastic for the fans. I mean, you can see the size of it, the 2-sided screen. So no matter where you're sitting within the arena, you've got a spectacular view of the board and all of the fun content that the Clippers are planning to have on it.
Okay, I'm going to ask one more, and then if anybody else has them. Can you explain a little bit about the wall and the scope of it and how it'll contribute to the way the bowl feels on the inside?
Yeah, sure. So the wall of sound is over here on the eastern side of the arena bowl. The idea behind the wall of sound kind of comes from sort of collegiate fieldhouse type atmosphere. The idea is bringing the fans as close as possible to the visiting team bench, and a continuous series of fans, as loud as possible, close to the visiting team. There's also within the wall. There's also a standing room only, kind of like soccer style. So really cool.
Anybody else?
What are we looking at as far as seating for the entire facility?
17,000 plus.
Yeah, just under 18, right?
And I guess you guys have 5 basketball courts, you said here?
There's 5 courts on the project. There's 4 inside the building. So we've got the main playing court. We've got the 2 courts in the practice court. We've got this court here in the promotional court, and then there's an exterior court out in the plaza, kind of a community court.
Anybody else? Thanks, Craig.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Name and title again? Just for the last
Craig
one.
Boyda, project executive.
Can you spell your last name?
Let's get ready for HoopJab.